Alright, this is Independent Practice 6.6. Let's see how you did. The first three are just finding the product mentally. And so I'm going to break this apart. 9 times 44 is a little bit difficult, but I feel confident that I could easily do 9 times 40 and 9 times 4. So I'm kind of taking this 9, timesing it by the how many tens there are, and 9 by how many in the ones place. 9 times 40, I know that it's 9 times 4 is 36, and I add my 0, so it's 360. 9 times 4 is 36, and I can put 360 together with 36. It's 396. And it's so much easier than doing 9 times 44. Did it kind of mentally. Okay, let's go to number 2. Okay, this one I'm going to break it apart too. I'm going to do 4 times 5, and then I'm going to do 4 times the 1/8. So 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 1/8, that becomes 1. That becomes 4, 8. And 4/8 is the same as 1/2. So I got 20 and I have a half. So my answer is 20 and 1/2. See how quick I did 4 times 5 and 1/8? Alright, let's go to 3. Have a decimal here. So I'm going to do 7 times 3, that equals 21. And I'm going to do 7 times 0.8. Let's just make sure that it is multiplied each part. Now 0.8, 7 times 8 is 56, but there's one decimal point, so I got to bring it in one time here. 5.6, and 5.6 plus 4 is, that's 21. Oh my gosh. Alright, kids, make sure you write clear. Okay, let me try that again. 7 times 3 equals 21, and 7 times 0.8 equals, 7 times 8 is 56, but there's a decimal point. Okay, now I can add these up pretty quickly. 21 plus 5 is 26, and then I put on my 0.6. So 7 times 3.8 is 26.6. Okay, we're going to use the distributive property to rewrite these. We're going to take this 8, multiply it to x, and multiply it to 7. So 8 times x is 8x, plus 8 times 7 is 56. I just rewrote it. Okay, this one, 6 times 11 and 6 times x. 6 times 11 is 66, plus 6 times x is 6x. Okay, there's an assumed 1 in front of a variable when it's just the variable. How many x's do you have there? You have 1x. So 6 times 1 is 6, and you have the x right there. So there's the expression rewritten. Let's go to 6. 8 times x is 8x, plus 8 times 1 is 8. There you go. Number 7. A coyote can run up to 43 miles an hour, and a rabbit can run up to 35 miles an hour. So a coyote is faster, 43 miles an hour. A rabbit is 35 miles in 1 hour. Write 2 equivalent expressions and then find out how many more miles a coyote can run in 6 hours than a rabbit. Okay, so if I have 6 hours times 43 miles, that's going to get me my coyote. And then I have 6 hours times 35, and that's my rabbit. And I know that I want the difference. How many more miles? So this one's going to have some miles here, this one's going to have some miles, And the way I'm going to find the more miles is by subtracting those. Okay? So, let's do it. 6 times 43 is 258. And 6 times 35 equals 210. So, in 6 hours, a coyote can run 258 miles, a rabbit 210, but it says how many more miles. So I take 258 minus 210, and it gives me 48 more miles. The coyote can run 48 more miles. The other way to write this is it's all going to be in 6 hours, but I just want to take the 43 miles an hour that a coyote can run, take that away from the rabbit. Okay, so I know if I subtract 43 from 35 equals 8. So a coyote can run 8 miles an hour faster than a rabbit. But let's bring down the 6 because we're talking not 1 hour, we're talking 6 hours. 6 times 8 is 48. Okay? So this is 2 different ways to figure out the same problem. Let's look at number 8. We're going to factor each expression. And when it factors it, you want to find the greatest common factor. So I take this 8 and I do the factor rainbow. 1, 8, 2, 4. Okay. Now, I'd start with the biggest. Is 8 a factor of 16? It is. So that's my greatest common factor. So I put my greatest common factor on the outside, and then I figure out how many times does 8 go into 8? 1 time. How many times does 8 go into 16? 2. There you go. So I factored the expression. Greatest common factor is 8, and this is 1 8, and this is 2 8s. Then I could add them together. So 8 plus 16, that's 24. 1 plus 2 is 3, times 8 is 24. Okay? To factor it out, you take the smaller number here, 24. You do all the factors. 1, 24, 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, 6. So you have all these factors. Now, you want to find the greatest one. Does 24 go into 54? Nope. Does 12 go in there? Nope. Does 8 go in there? No. Does 6? Yes. So 6 right here is my greatest common factor. How many times does 6 go into 54? 9 times. Plus, how many times does 6 go into 24? 4. 9 plus 4 in the parentheses times 6. Alright, I know these are a little tricky. We'll keep practicing here. So 63 and 81, I'm going to take my smaller number, 63. Do a factor here. 63, 2, no. 3 and 21. 4, no. 5, no. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9. Oh, wait a minute. 7 and 9 equals 63. Okay, so 63 I have 1, 3, 7, 9, 21, 63. Now I look at 81, which is my greatest common factor. 63 doesn't go in there. 21 doesn't go in there. 9 does. So I do my 9. How many times does 9 go into 63? 7. Plus, how many times does 9 go into 81? Oh, 9, not 8. Plus 9. Okay. So I just factored it out. Because if I distribute this, 9 times 7 is 63, plus 9 times 9 is 81, which is the exact same thing that I have here. Let's keep going. Okay, now I have an x involved, but that's okay. Let's take the smaller number, 11, factored out, 1 and 11. That's all we got. Does 11 go into 55? It does. That's my greatest common factor. So I put 11 there. How many 11s go into 11? Just 1. So I have my x right there. Plus, how many times does 11 go into 55? 5. So it's x plus 5 in the parentheses times 11. If I would distribute this, it'd be 11x plus 11 times 5 is 55. Alright, let's do this one. 16. I have 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 3, no, 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Does 16 go into 32? It does. So we're going to have 16 over here. How many times does 16 go into 32? 2 times. Plus, how many times does 16 go into 16? 1. X. But I don't really need the 1. So I'm not going to do the 1. Oopsie, I erased too much. So we had 16. 16 goes into 32 2 times, plus 16 goes into 16 1. So I just have the 1x, or just x. Because if I distribute this, it goes 16 times 2, 32, plus 16 times x is 16x, which is the same as that. Okay, let's do another one. It's our last one. 21. 1, 21, 2, no, 3, and 7, 4, no, 5, no, 6, no. Okay, so we have 21, 7, 3, 1. That one doesn't go into both of them. The 7 does. So let's have 7 here. How many times does 7 go into 77? 11. Then I got to take my x with me. Plus 7 goes into 21 3 times. So 7 parentheses 11x plus 3 end parentheses. If I would distribute this, 7 times 11 is 77 plus 77x plus 7 times 3 is 21, which is exactly the same as that. Okay, I know this is a little bit more tricky. The distributive property is very important. So hopefully you've watched the teaching video, and if you need to watch it again, go for it. And we did some guided practice, and now you've done the independent practice. Go ahead and try the extra practice. If you have any questions, please let me know. Distributive property is critical. You need to understand it.